Hello, this is New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com. Today is the 7th of August 2020, and in this little short video we're going to revisit a post which I put up on the blog on the 2nd of February, so a few months ago, and it's all about a band called Phasslayne and their Cut It Up album. Now Phasslayne, here we have yet another lost gem from the original New Wave of British Heavy Metal days. And this sees the light thanks to Sonic Age Records, as you know, they're quite good at unearthing stuff like this. And Phasslayne now have their sole album from way back then, Cut It Up, on CD, and it's got lots of demos and extra bonus stuff to it as well, which makes it really, really interesting. Now, Phasslayne were from the northeast of England in the Tyneside region, which back then was quite a new wave of British heavy metal hotspot. All sorts of bands came from that region. And a record label, Neat, sprung up as well, which were from the same area, and they signed many in the Wobbin band back then, which would include, at that time, the fledgling Phasslayne, who would go on to record just that single album, Cut It Up. And that was it for Phasslayne, unfortunately, and by the sounds of it, it was mainly due to probably a lack of support from the record label. But nevertheless, Cut It Up is a cracking album. It really is. It's full of no-nonsense, hard-hitting, punchy tunes, some excellent guitar work, you know, all the big crunching, slashing riffs are there, some clever solo work as well. The bass is nicely up in the mix, which gives it some extra oomph. And all the way through, start to finish, top class stuff. Think It Over is a fine example. It's got that riff-a-rama, the speed, the power, and all the rest of it that typifies new wave of British heavy metal. There's a little melody worked in there too. Then we move on to songs like Picture Me, Don't Walk Away, Run for Guns, Feels on Wheels, etc., which are all excellent songs. Cut It Up is certainly an album from a band who surely could have gone places and stood above quite a few of their new wave of British heavy metal contemporaries back then. And for me, the whole album is first class with one exception, and that's a cover of Elvis Presley's King Creole. For me, that doesn't work at all. It's well, not good. So we won't dwell on it, but don't let that take anything away from the rest of it. The other 9 tracks are all top class, as indeed are the demos. We've got 4 from 1983, all of which do have a more melodic edge to them. Perhaps the band was starting to move in that direction, but they're really like catchy stuff all the same. For example, like Tucker Dancing, To Rule the World, and Mercenary Killers are both monster stuff. Then we've got some more demos, the Desert Sound demos, which shows a little bit more diversification in there. Like Don't Walk Away, in fact, has a spot of saxophone on there. We've got an alternate version of Minuteman and Picture Me, which are both top stuff as well. And then finally, we've got even more demos, which are apparently recorded live for Neat. And again, it's all proper in the Wobbin. It really is. We've got yet another version of Minuteman, Cruising, and an alternate version of Picture Me and Think It Over, and both of those songs would of course go on to make the album as well. Now, all that's on here, the album, the demos, the live stuff, great stuff, and it really just goes to show that Phasslayne had the ability and the talent, but again, like many back then, not necessarily the breaks that would make that talent break out. But say Sonic Age Records, it's available through them now, but as usual, it's one of their limited runs of only 500 CDs. I got mine from Sonic Age Records, as I always do. If there are any left, I mean, I've looked today, 7th of August, and it's still shown for sale on Sonic Age Records, so I guess there are some left as I'm recording this. So get on over there now and check it out. There's a link to Sonic Age Records in the description below this video, along with some other stuff like a link back to the blog post as well. So check that out also if you get time. And of course, if you'd like to, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the video, because that will all help us to get the word out a little bit wider as well. So please do that if you'd like to. Other than that, I thank you as always for listening, and take care.